Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to my YouTube. If you all are not familiar, my name is Misha Lives, and in episode 1, we discussed my divorce story. In episode 2, we're going to talk about how it is that I am maintaining what a day in a life, week in a life looks like in my life, how my summer went. If you guys notice, it looks like I just got back inside because I did. I actually just got back from Fleming's and I was hanging out at the bar with my sister who sometimes bartends there part-time. So shout out to her. And I had me a couple drinks. I had an espresso martini. I tried some wine. I had some oysters. And I also had an ahi poke with caviar. So in this episode, you're going to see how it is that, like I said, my summer went, how I'm maintaining some of the things that I'm doing to maintain on this rebuild journey, on this glow up journey. So stay tuned and follow along.
My haters, no, they do not miss how my champagne pouring nigga. I have big guys with the tips, and if you're here just a witness, I did promise Ladies, I'm gonna need y'all help with this one. Y'all remember this one? Let's go. And I know you came here with you. I know it's hard to say this to you. I'm gonna make you say
I am on day 7 of working. This has become a common thing. I'm just having a second cup of coffee and laying down before I get ready to go into my shift at my second job. I'm tired, y'all, but these 6 or 7 day work weeks is helping me make ends meet. I am looking forward to starting my new job. At least I'll be making a little bit more money, and I definitely plan to not be working as much. I remember when I was still married, my skin was going crazy. Like, I really just did not like how my skin looked. I always took pride in my skincare. Even when I was in my 20s, I prided myself on having like really nice skin. Quite frankly, anything that's in my face, I really definitely took pride in making sure it was taken care of because that's where people are looking most of the time. So now we are down to like 3 to 4 skincare products, but I was on an 8-step skincare regimen just to get my skin back to where it's at now. I was doing peels and everything. So also, as you'll see, I do not wear a lot of weave. I like to wear my own hair. I'm pretty much a natural girly outside of like wearing makeup. I'm really big on just like wearing, your natural God-given, hair, and just really, utilizing your natural features and playing them up that way. I have very sensitive skin. My skin just does not like a lot of stuff. So yeah, I do the best that I can to take care of my regular hair so that I can wear it. And, also genetics plays a part, but yeah, pretty much I've gotten my maintenance routine down to a quick turnaround routine. I'm even thinking about going back to doing my own nails just because if you want it done right, do it yourself. I am just getting off of my shift from Sephora and just feeling really content about where I am in life, just meeting the right people. I feel like I'm very definitely been seeing a lot more so that I'm not alone in what I'm going through. A lot of other people are going through the same things right now, so I'm very much so just grateful for just relatability, alignment. I feel empowered. Like, I feel like my journey is so empowering, and people have been telling me that, I'm inspiring them. And I just feel like if anybody could take anything from my journey or what I'm going through, especially because it's not really easy for me to share, I'm very private. But I do feel like in this season there are some things that I do need to kind of open people's eyes to. And yeah, I'm proud of myself for just always doing what needs to be done and doing what it takes. And yeah, I'll be tired, but I'll be pushing through. And we're gonna get back to a point of where we need to be. And they always say the journey is the best part. The journey is the best part. You enjoy yourself almost when you feel like you're on the bottom, because it's like you have nowhere to go but up from where you are. So I'm embracing it. And I hope that if there's anybody out there on a similar journey, that they are embracing this time in their lives too. So we had only stayed in Houston for a day, and then we drove back to Dallas Monday morning so that we could both make it to work on time. Now, during this time, I was completely remote and I was working for a very well known car brand. So, luckily, I just needed to be online by a certain time and not needed to be anywhere physically, which made that entire trip possible. So, my best friend drove back. I slept in the car on the way there because we drove back at like 4 o'clock in the morning, got a Starbucks, and I was good to go. The only thing is that Aunt Flo did come to visit me on this trip. So you will see me just trying to pull it together, looking through, tad, looking swole and pleasantly plump, which is what tends to happen during this time of the month. But one thing about it, and two things for certain, especially because I am a single girly again, One thing I do not allow myself to do is walk around looking raggedy without reason. Even if I am not feeling the best, I do everything I can to make sure that I am looking presentable in a way that will boost my spirits. So, I make sure, even if it's not a completely beat face, I put on a little bit of makeup, something, some mascara. Even like today, while I'm Sunday resetting and editing YouTube, like I have a fresh face with a little bit of my glow screen on that has, some glowing properties in there. So I'm glistening. My hair is pulled back in a neat ponytail, freshly washed. I still look presentable when I had to, run an errand. I had a cute little baseball cap on that I got from the Ritz-Carlton when I stayed there. Even though I have on joggers and I had on Crocs, I still look presentable. I do not allow myself to walk around raggedy. And so I don't know who needs to hear this. Whatever season you're in, whether it's a rebuild season, a newly single season, do what you got to do to make sure that you are looking presentable at all times. Not for anybody else other than yourself. Because when you look good, you feel good. I'm with my cousin. So as you can see, I'm doing exactly what I was encouraging you all to do. I was actually getting ready to go home this day, and the day before I kind of just left it like very barefaced, put my hair in a ponytail. I was through, okay? Like I went to dinner with my cousin, and then we actually ran to get food for him, and we didn't really find like good places, so we ended up just coming back, watching TV, binging some Netflix and drinking wine. But I was just like so bloated and so in pain, just like popping pain pills. And so the next day I was just very motivated to just make myself look pretty. I didn't do too much, as you can see. I didn't do like a beat face, but I just did a little bit of something just to make myself feel a little better before we left. We actually ended up getting like tacos and cupcakes and stuff like that, and then we headed to the airport, and I headed back to my humble abode of Metro Detroit. Hey, baby. Hey. I was forced to resign from Sephora at Kohl's today because I will not have enough availability when I start my new job. So that was something I was hoping to hold on to. I really enjoy working here, but it is what it is. I am grateful that I've gotten to help so many customers, and it's just time for a next chapter. Sometimes I like to get a change of scenery and work from a different location. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm working from a friend's house while I do some training for my new job. I had been sitting on this decision for some months now. Quite a few months actually, even before things started really hitting the fan. But due to some recent events that I feel like kind of pushed me towards making that decision, I have decided to dissolve 2 of my businesses. Those businesses I have operated in a large capacity since 2021. The second one I started in 2022, so just a little over 2-3 years for them both. But just being that I'm not in a place to operate those businesses by myself anymore, that was a difficult decision to make, but I did have some conditions under which I would make those decisions. And basically I did give myself some time to kind of allow spirit to lead me and to see if those were things that I really were supposed to be pursuing, especially now that I'm in this new season, or if I needed to kind of reset, get back to basics, and kind of go back to some things that were formerly working for me. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I have officially deleted the social media pages for those businesses. I did obtain another business license late last year, just for the sole purpose of me getting back into content creation, getting back into, my writing. I'm very much so looking forward to starting on my next book, and just kind of, like I said, sticking to things that are true to who I am and has formerly worked in the past with little to no disruption, as well as, creating additional issues for me, especially as finances are concerned. So I did officially delete those social media pages for those businesses. What's going to happen next is I'm actually going to file an official discontinuance with the state to officially close those businesses, and from there try to clean up any remaining messes that have happened as a result of no longer being able to afford to operate those businesses. So very tough moment for me here, but I know that the best is yet to come. I know that better is coming. Better has already come. So I'm really just trying to let things go from the past, embrace walking into this new season, being open-minded, and just freeing myself from a lot of things that, that were once things that I loved, but that quickly turned into burdens as I turned a corner in life. So life is about sometimes having to make tough decisions, and this was one of those tough decisions for me. Y'all. Why did I map myself to the nearest T-Mobile to try to get this free pickleball set? Because if I can get it for free, I want it for free. My friend hosts a pickleball meetup, like a local pickleball meetup, and I want to have a set for, like, if I'm ever able to play and they're playing during a time that is not during my work schedule. So I mapped myself to the nearest T-Mobile, y'all. Why did it map me to a Costco? I'm assuming that there's a Costco inside. Now I'm trying to map myself to a Metro PCS because I only have so much time on my lunch and I still need to get gas. So I am hoping that I go to this Metro PCS and they have pickleball stuff. If not, I give up and I'm gonna just buy one. Because this turned into a wild goose chase. Guess what I got? I got my free pickleball kit. Thanks, T-Mobile, because it was that, or buy like one for like 20 something bucks off Amazon. And baby, we trying to cut costs. Now, this was a slight wild goose chase, but we got here. I did have to come to the hood, but thank God for this Metro PCS. I didn't even think they was open. That's how secluded it was. The guy at first was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I showed him the picture. He was like, oh yeah, we got those. Super excited. I also did get to ride past my very first apartment from when I was like 21. And one thing about me, even if it's in an urban area, I'm gonna find me the nicest part of the urban area, the nicest part of the city. And I'm gonna find me a nice little area to live in. I was just like, it's just so cute and quaint over here still. So now I need to get back to the house. Hopefully I pass a gas station so I can get gas. If not, I will be getting gas when I get off, because this was an adventure, okay? But I'm super excited. I got my free pickleball. Why am I calling it paddleball kit? So hopefully I can play with somebody soon. Get me some cute outfits. Trying to be more active, trying to be more, just more fitnessy outside of your typical, exercise. And I'm trying to find more ways to exercise where it doesn't feel like exercise. So I know pickleball has gotten very popular. So I'm really excited about that. Reminds me of tennis, reminds me of like a life-size ping pong. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I am the great outdoorsy friend. I was sitting like a park like this and watched the wildlife. Every first of the month, I typically tend to revisit my budgets. So it is the first of the month, and it's time for me to pull up my planner and look at all the bills that are due, do my budgets for the month. And typically, I still look at them about every 2 weeks because I am on a bi-weekly pay schedule. So right now, this is one of the, like, it's been a while since I've been able to do this because I was formerly at a job in the interim from the time that I left my prior company that I was with for 2 years, um, making so like significantly less money while I looked for a better job. I wasn't even able to budget because I really wasn't even making ends meet. Things were going haywire in my businesses. And so now this is like the first time in a while all year that I've been able to actually sit down and do budgets. It's been some months, so I feel really good about that. And I typically follow the Dave Ramsey every dollar system. So I assign a job to every dollar in my account. I don't leave access. I find that that budgeting plan works the best for me so that I know where every, everywhere that every piece of, every dollar that I have in my account is going. Everything has a job. There's not much left to imagination. I know which money should be going in which buckets. And that is the same system that helped me get out of living paycheck to paycheck before. It's just absolutely something that's necessary. I honestly don't know how people get along not budgeting and telling their money what to do, and putting their money in different buckets and different accounts. I cannot function like that. Budgeting helped me get out of living paycheck to paycheck a long time ago. So since we are in a rebuild stage, these are tried and true methods. So budgeting is a must. And I do follow the Dave Ramsey every dollar system where I assign a job to every single dollar that hits my account. It's so necessary. So I left my house at about 6:30. It is 8:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am back home. And let me explain why. So my friend had a pool party housewarming today. For whatever reason, I thought it was at 6 p.m. I do have another event later in the month, or not even later in the month, maybe in about 2 weeks. From today, actually, that starts at 6, and I think I got the two events mixed up. So I got all the way to my friend's house, 34 minutes away, just to find them packing everything up. Everybody had left already. I knew I should have been suspicious when the parking was too good. I'm sitting here with a bottle of Casamigos in my purse. Don't know why. Definitely gave them their bottle of wine that I gave them for the house. But yeah, basically they were shutting stuff down. They were ready to chill. They did pack me a plate to go, so I'm about to eat the rest of this. But when I tell y'all, I feel so turned around. Like, there's so much going on around me that these things tend to happen. Like, I'm finding myself absent-minded every now and again, you know, where it's just like I'm mistaking things for other things. And I mean, when I tell you there's so much going on around me, deaths and just everything. So, and just including what's going on in the world as well. But as y'all can see, I have put together a nice outfit, like full face of makeup, just for me to have to go in the house and take it off. Because let me tell y'all, I am tired. Like, showing up to an event at 7 o'clock and it started at 3, wild. Like, that's crazy. I didn't even get back home till 4 o'clock from running my errands. So it's like, I 100% thought this started at 6 o'clock. But this is what happens when you are maintaining everything on your own. It just be so much on my mind that, because I'm doing everything myself. So it is what it is. It happens. Oh my God. I feel so turned around.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. We wanted you to start it off. To ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Start it off. To ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy.
And the cake is purple.
Salud. Salud.
Salud.
Salud. Salud.
More life. I'm about to do an early morning grocery run, and because it is a holiday weekend and I don't have time to be fighting that crowd at lunch. The pants I have on right now have a hidden pocket. I love that. So that is why y'all see me looking crusty, because it is early in the morning. I just got done walking Callie, and we about to go to my neighborhood Meijer. I don't know why my windshield wipers is on, but Callie thinks every day my alarm goes off at 7 a.m. And my fur baby, my son, be waiting on me at the door, okay? Because I got up to use the bathroom at 6:30. And he said, I'm going to let you live and I'm going to let you eat because he know I get irritated if you wake me up before it's time for me to get up. But 2 minutes before my alarm's due to go off, which is also still equally annoying, didn't he come over there and tap me like, girl, I hope you getting up on time today. It'd be the shade for me. Because one thing about me, my alarm will go off, but I very rarely get up when I'm supposed to get up. I'm gonna milk it for everything it is. And I'm working on that. And God ain't through with me. But for the most part, we're up and doing his walk before 8. In this case, it was before 7:30 because I knew I needed to run to the grocery store across the street to get a few select items for the house, as well as get some ingredients that are going to be needed for the mac and cheese that I'm making for the Labor Day barbecue that we're all having. So that's why I'm making an early morning grocery run. So it is Labor Day weekend, and I have elected myself to make macaroni and cheese because I feel like the last few barbecues we had, like, I wanted like a side. We haven't had sides. Like, I'm like, can we get some mac and cheese? Can we get some collard greens? So you'll see me going over to my neighborhood Meijer to see what they had left. Now, keep in mind, I'm shopping on a Friday before Labor Day. Okay, I'm shopping right at the kickstart of Labor Day weekend, and per usual, and I'm not even surprised, they did not have a lot of options. But I was able to find a few bags of some things that I like to mix in with the Kobe Jack cheese that I was fortunate enough that my friend had a 5 pound bag of cheese randomly just laying around. So I did find a few other bags of cheese of things that I wanted to mix into my mac and cheese. Before making the mac and cheese, we did wake up and we were like, okay, like, let's take it easy. Let's have some breakfast. Now, one thing about one of my friends, he don't ever had no breakfast meat, so we found ourselves at IHOP instead of going to the grocery store, buying breakfast meat, and then trying to cook breakfast because we was inching up on brunch hours. So my friend took me to OHOP, his treat, so that we could get some breakfast and then we could go back and start prepping the food to be cooked. So we're just sitting here at OHOP having a good time, conversating, enjoying ourselves over some breakfast. And one of the things that I will say is just like while you're in your rebuilding stage, you must surround yourself with friends that can support you, whether that is just with, positive words of encouragement, resources, really getting down in the trenches and just helping you get back to you and where you need to be in life. So I will say that my friends have been very instrumental in just helping me to stay afloat in all areas of my life. And I mean, like, really getting into the trenches with me. Like, this particular friend that I'm at breakfast with, like, helped me, fill out applications, apply to jobs, help me tweak my resume, help me with interview prep, help me with assessments. Like, I cannot stress enough how important your community is when you are, rebuilding, hit rock bottom, whatever the case may be, whatever you're going through, your environment is going to matter. And if it is your goal to truly survive, if you do have those, and I'm not, sometimes that's just not the case. Sometimes people just have to come back up on their own. Sometimes people have to lock in with themselves. So I understand that. But I will say at this point in my life, at this season, I am so fortunate to have friends that were willing to link arms with me and help me to get back to where I needed to be. And I really feel like if it was not for them, this journey would have been a lot harder.
Right, I was a little heavy-handed, or like, this ain't my best, but it's still okay.
They always be doing that.
This ain't my best. I'm like, you never do your best then. So this tastes like last time.
And here you'll see me making mac and cheese in real time, just listening to some good jams, listening to some Anita Baker, giving it, just giving the real OG auntie vibes while I get this macaroni and cheese together. Everybody was digging in. People loved the mac and cheese. I definitely enjoyed every morsel of it. My friend definitely was going back for a second, so I was happy to see that. And also, just some people at the barbecue were telling me like, "Oh, the mac and cheese is like really good." I'm like, "Thank you," because if I know I didn't have all the stuff that I wanted to put in there, I'm still gonna make me some tasty mac and cheese. Okay, so with that being said, toodaloo. One of the things that I really try to reward myself with as often as possible is just slow mornings. I really feel like that is the true epitome of living a soft life. As you can see, I am reading It Ends With Us currently, and I've actually been getting it back into reading a lot of novels. Those of you that have known me a while, you know that I am a three-time published author. One of the things that I have not yet done, but that has always been a dream of mine, is putting out novels of my own. Definitely have dreams of my books being adapted for TV. So I've been reading a lot of novels just to get my creative juices flowing, also to scope the competition and see what's out there. I definitely, just between reading novels and watching TV, have been having a lot of great ideas come to me. It's been helping me write more. So I'll be talking more about that journey as well throughout my vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. In the next episode, we'll be talking about what it's like to be a pet parent. You'll hear more about my experience raising my fur baby, Callie Hill, and all of the things that I've been going through as a fur baby mama. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Leave me a comment to let me know that you stopped by.